So, what is my mission? What are the things that I happen to hate? um, Very, very passionate about any form of child abuse. So, and I'm hypersensitive. So, um, solving the problems of what we need to do with our youth is very, very much on the top of my list. Why are kids all on drugs? Like, why are all kids sitting in front of a computer playing games? Um, there's a reason for that. And our government is saying, get them off drugs, get them off drugs, and it's like government's providing no solution. They're war on drugs, and it's like it's the friggin' war that's creating people to need drugs. You keep making people have a war experience. The pain of that war is so great it causes you to go on drugs. We life is so friggin' hell that the pain of living life is like, okay, let me disappear for a bit and let me take some drugs. There's nothing that's supporting our youth to, we're not listening to our kids. We're demanding that they do things our way, so they don't even see that they're supported at all. So they're like, let me go hide in a corner and I'll play my games and, let life pass me by. So, the things that I see need to be changed is, we got an awful lot of pollution that's killing us. Globally, most of our diseases are because what we're doing to our air, what we're doing to our earth, what we're doing to our plants. So, any money that flows through me would definitely go into maintaining our food supply, for one, um, cleaning up the planet, and providing youth with opportunity for them to do what their mission in life is. What would make them so happy to get up in the morning that they don't want to play a computer game, that they don't want to be doing drugs? What in their reality needs to be created to provide that opportunity for our youth? So it definitely involves, something that goes into, we need to listen to our youth and provide them with the opportunity that they need to grow and learn from. They also need to learn how to speak up so that we can hear him. So our communication skills need to improve. We have to learn how to be the masters of our own dreams and not rely on other people to create your dreams for you. So there's quite a few little dynamics going on. It's not like I can do the work for our youth, but just provide the opportunity and the support so they can make their own dreams come true, because that's their life mission, is to make their dreams come true. So definitely cleaning up the planet. I'm living in an area, first of all, it's in Canada, and a lot of people are making still a lot of money, and they are tied to not being able to see a different way. So they're stuck, in everything that's wrong up here in Canada. Kind of drives me crazy because I have to live here. Meanwhile, our economy is good enough that it's still being able to sustain me, but I know eventually this will crash too. The area that I'm living in, there's an awful lot of wealth. I go for 2 hour walks. I see the wealth everywhere. There's big, huge friggin' houses. I walk past a hospital that's building a really nice big cancer center. So there's a lot of cancer in this area. And they're not really putting the connection together that the way that they're getting all of their profit is actually the very way that's killing them. Um, there is a lot of orchards, a lot of fruit grows in this area just because of the climate here. And most of the people in this area have chopped down all their trees for, the food, and they're all growing grapes, because where is the biggest profit? It's in the drugs, it's in the alcohol, it's in the wine. Why, drugs are the biggest profit right now, because the more you put hardship on people, and the more you offer the solution as a drug, and the drug is, either going to be, marijuana, lots of marijuana grown in this, area. and lots of grapes, lots of wine, lots of alcohol being made in this area, and they don't even realize that they're cutting off their own legs. That why not solve the problem? Um, I've seen this. This is my prediction for this area, that it's going to be suffering the most because they've chopped down all the trees that can actually feed you, and there won't be any money for people to afford the alcohol. They're all going to be making their own drugs or making their own alcohol because they can't afford to buy yours because the global economic systems are crashing. So, a lot of people that are wealthy in this area are going to lose everything, and what's killing them? Well, it's all friggin' orchards. What are they doing? Putting nothing but pesticides everywhere in our air, in our lakes that we swim in. That gets a lot of people, tourists coming to this area. They get a nice whiff of all of the toxins that are all in this area. That it should be a nice little warning sign that when you see a nice big cancer research or cancer center there, that a lot of people are dying. Why are they dying? What's in our local economy? What's in our local area that happens to be creating cancer? Cancer is definitely a global thing. It's something that's happening within our local community that's creating the cancers. And if it's clustered that big that you end up building, a cancer center, chances are there's a lot of causes, a lot of reasons why we're getting cancer, and you don't have to look far. All you have to do is see the big massive boats. All you have to do is see the big massive cars. What are they earning their money from? How are they getting rich? Chances are they're profiting from the land, and what are they growing? They're growing alcohol, the drug, that suppresses everybody from recognizing any type of problem. So, while everybody's doing good in this economy, they're doing good by doing everything that's wrong. So while, people might think, oh, go out and just earn an income, it's like, yeah, have you seen how they're end up getting wealthy, and me going out there, I'll be telling them what they're doing wrong. Um, I also, like I mentioned before, I kind of know the causes of most illnesses, and you cure the cause, you cure the illness. And one of the ones that I'm mostly in tune with is autism. And there's an awful lot of autism in this area. And it's like, what? Because we know what's right, but we're not going to listen to self. Um, it's all about the insanity of how we profit from that kills us. So when we give birth, it's going to be another manifestation of where we're going wrong. They're overworkers, like, they'll be obsessive compulsive type people, which generally are very, very good workers because they're very highly in tune, do the same thing over and over again, and have it so specific and so perfect. So that's why autism kids can be savants, because they're very, very specific in one area and they repeat the same thing over and over again, and they lack the ability to communicate. So I'm in tune with that, but I've volunteered to help some kids, but I could see that the way to cure these kids is by pointing out to the parents their behaviors that are sustaining their child's illness, and right away, no, we don't want you around our kids because you'll make us see what we have to do to change to help support a healthier child, and they don't want to do that. I also offered to volunteer in women's shelters because I kind of was there, kind of seeing that there's a lot of other women that are going through the same problems as me. They all have kids. They all could use a little bit of help, so I volunteered to work in those organizations. But I was very strict on, I'm going to tell these women the truth, to give them a little bit more power so they'll know exactly what they can do to start helping themselves, instead of being guided down an area of these nonprofits telling you this is what you got to do to help yourself. Well, that's like, here's how to go jump off a cliff and kill yourself. So I was very specific and said, if I'm doing any volunteer, I need to tell them the truth. And you know what? They told me specifically, word for word, If we tell people the truth, we'll lose our funding. So there's, look again at any of these nonprofit organizations. Who are the funders? Who are the sponsors? Because they are profiting by ensuring that society doesn't hear the truth of anything. So a lot of our nonprofits are very, very evil, evil people. They're supported by these big, huge corporations that need to make more money, and in order for them to make more money, they need to sustain the problem that they end up profiting from. Does that make any sense? So that's where my mission is to sort of unfold a lot of this information so that we can start falling into some of the solutions. It's very, very challenging to find your place, but that's where my mission is that I need to produce a documentary that sort of unfolds a lot of information, not fear, but here's the problem, but here's the solution. Here's how you gain more power. Does this make any sense to you? And use a water concept that helps reprogram your brain, because there's an awful lot out there that's programming you on a regular basis, and that all needs to be turned around. You need to get a regular reprogramming of something that guides and supports you. It also, we need to have some funding. So using this tool can be a way that funds a lot of new products. We need to start replanting, some healthy food. We need to start supporting our farmers. We need to help community be self-sustainable and, provide youth with opportunities. There's so much that needs to be done. It's like the universe is hiring. So my mission right now is to improve my communication skills, which that's why I've got a YouTube channel. But I'm also trying to attract anybody who loves writing. We need a documentary that needs to be written. A script needs to be written. It needs to be done with a lot of cool graphics, because we're visual people. So anybody that's interested in playing, with some cool graphics could use you on my team. Anybody that loves producing film of any kind, kind of need you. Anybody that's interested in even distributing water for your local community and earn your profits by distributing water could use your help as well. Anybody that wants to clean the water in your area kind of needs you as well. Universe is hiring. Just looking for anybody looking for a job. Peace out.